Greetings, folks. This is DC Investing. I have reached financial independence and I talk about topics to help others on their pathway to financial independence. And today I want to kind of talk about why you might want to use a margin investing account or have access to it in early retirement or in retirement. So, previously, in the many decades, I had always been afraid of borrowing money. I loathed it. I paid off my house early, paid off my cars early, don't ever carry credit card balances. And I was just one of those people that just didn't use debt. But as I've researched more, I've kind of warmed up to this concept of using debt to buy assets. And so a margin account, if you're not familiar, is an account that lets you use the value of the stocks and bonds or whatever you have in your account to then borrow against so that you can increase you can buy more stocks or bonds, or that you can pull money out against your portfolio without selling your portfolio. And that's why it might be useful to you to have a margin account. I'm going to go over kind of an early retirement instance of why that might be helpful to you. So let's say you have $1 million brokerage account that you saved up over the years, and you are trying to live off that brokerage account in early retirement. Let's say you're not yet accessing your retirement funds because you've got, like a 401k or something and you want to retire before your age 59 and a half. So you have to have health care, and the ACA system is, most often the way that early retirees pay for their health insurance. And the ACA program has something called, oh God, I forgot the name of it, subsidies based upon your income. So premium subsidies, and basically those subsidies help lower the cost of your health care, and you can get some really favorable rates if you um, if you show a low enough income. Now, lots of things count towards income. So if you sell a stock, any capital gains or capital appreciation that you have in the stock counts as income, and any dividends that you get on any assets count as income, and any rental revenue counts as income, and any like treasury or T-bills or muni bonds or something count as income. So the game in early retirement is to try to have enough cash to live on so that you can get subsidies to have cheap healthcare and or cheaper tax rates in early retirement. And so a lot of these folks, they wait until age 65 to kind of change their strategies around, because at age 65, then you get Medicare and it changes the whole healthcare kind of thing. And so these healthcare subsidies are substantial. It can be like $20,000 worth of subsidy payments that you would have to pay out of pocket if your income is too high. And so, let's say you have your $1 million portfolio, which is not really quite enough to retire on. So let's say you have $2 million and you need, say, $120,000 a year to live on. Well, if you sell some, let's say your stocks have a large capital gain in there, and years ago you bought Apple stock, you paid, say, $50,000 for it, and it's now worth $200,000. If you need to live on that $200,000, if you sell it, you have $150,000 gain, which you'll pay, federal tax on, but then you'll also lose your subsidies for the ACA insurance program. So if you need, say, $120,000 to live on each year, you might, as in terms of selling off shares, if they're appreciated quite a bit, or if you have really high dividends, it might put you higher than where you could get subsidies for the ACA insurance program. So here is how the margin account might help you. So instead of selling that $200,000 of shares, or let's say you just need $120,000, you can just borrow against those shares. So you can just borrow the $120,000 against your $2 million portfolio, and you pay a slight margin cost. At Robinhood, if you borrow more than $100,000, your margin interest rate is just 4.5%. So contrast that 4.5% that you have to pay against the $20,000 in healthcare subsidies that you would lose if you sold your shares. And I think it's probably a really, 4.5% of 100 grand is just 4,500. So literally you could borrow that money at 4.5%, and it would take you, what is that, 5 years about before the costs break even, because losing $20,000 in healthcare subsidies, that's $20,000, and it takes about 5 years for a 4.5% margin rate to equal about $20,000. So by using a margin strategy, you might get 4 more years um, of time before the cost structure even breaks even on that amount. And if your shares continue to appreciate during the time that you're using these funds, then as long as the appreciation is higher than what your margin cost is, you come out ahead. So, can you run this scheme for, say, a decade? If you retire at age 55, but you don't get Medicare towards 65, yeah, you could. As long as the shares that you borrow against appreciate more than the value of this margin, you come out ahead. And when you factor in that it can also give you the healthcare subsidies, literally you can make a $20,000 gain every year because your premiums cost less in early retirement. So I just kind of wanted to let you know that you can use your margin strategies or your margin account for some really interesting things. And borrowing against a large portfolio is fairly safe. Even if your portfolio fell to half its value, you probably still wouldn't get a margin call on something that you borrowed $100,000 for each year for, say, 10 years. And so by being able to keep your stocks invested, but being able to pull money out to live on for margin, from margin to live on, is interesting. Now, you also have to consider the tax factor, because if you sell shares, you have to pay taxes on those. And so it is true that long-term capital gains, you pay a 0% rate on up to, say, $120,000 if you're married. But if you are selling more than that, then you pay 15% tax. So when you borrow money on margin, you don't pay tax on that borrowed money. And your margin interest can be a itemized deduction if you happen to itemize deduct. So I don't know, it gets kind of complicated, but anyhow, learning about margin investing or margin accounts could give you some freedom to do something you wanted to later in life. And maybe you don't need it to just live on. Maybe you want to go on some vacation one year and you have the money in your brokerage account, but if you sold something, you'd take a big tax hit and lose subsidies, or it might hit your own IRMA balances, or I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things how having too much money can be a problem for you. So if you just learn to borrow that money instead, once you consider all the tax implications and the ACA subsidies and IRMA and everything else, it may actually be a great benefit for you to use your margin balance instead of selling stocks or taking withdrawals from your brokerage account. So just kind of as interesting philosophical thought, margin is something that I have learned about over this past years. Of the past year and a half, I have done a margin investing strategy to try to learn. I am running kind of a dividend arbitrage strategy where margin cost me 4.5%, and some of the things I bought, oil pipelines, pay about 7.5% or 8%. So I like it because it's actually making more money for me because I've learned about margin. But then I also have this ability to pull money out if I want to. So, it gives you the flexibility to have access to capital if you need for something in your life. So you could use as a fire strategy, if you need cash for a decade or 5 years or something, you want to get out of your work sooner, but you've got a big portfolio, you could just borrow against that portfolio. Or let's say, you unlock your retirement account at age 59 and a half, but you want to retire at age 55. You got some brokerage money, you could just borrow against the brokerage account because you assume that you can then remove funds from a retirement account at a later point or something, or do some Roth conversions, or who knows, there's lots of different strategies. So anyhow, consider that just food for thought, that a margin account might give you some freedom and flexibility in retirement, give you access to capital in interesting ways that you kind of hadn't thought of before. So, take time, learn about it. It's interesting. Like, subscribe. Thanks for being a viewer. Appreciate you. Bye.